Simon, you have been my most booked expert so far this year. And so thank you for taking a few minutes to talk with me about why you're trending.
Oh my
I'm curious
goodness.
why you think that is.
I don't know. I think I took the mask off and decided to just be real and realize there's no way to pandemic proof your life. Just
Mm,
embrace it and go with it.
yeah. Well, and I've been, of course, I read your book this week and I've been watching some of your old clips. And it's so funny that all the things that clients are asking for right now is the exact same things that they've been asking us for the last 10 years. Like the pandemic is new, but what people need is not new. And your material from years ago is just as relevant right now. Have you found that to be true?
Yeah, because I think we're encouraging people to flourish. We're inviting people to look through the windshield of tomorrow instead of the rearview mirror of yesterday. And
Mm-hmm.
let's figure it out and move quickly.
Mm-hmm. Right. We can't take our feet off the gas,
No,
but
not at
also we
all.
can't afford to burn out.
No, that's true. So true.
So I was on your website this morning and I just loved the caption that your career, and your business can be brilliant. And I feel like that's such a loaded statement for so many people. So many people would immediately read that and go, no, it can't. I'm stuck, or I'm too deep down to get out of this, or I don't have the skill set to have, a brilliant life.
Mhm.
Um, how do you respond to that? How do you respond to people who would instantly just say, no, it's not possible for me?
One of the challenges that I had in my own life is I was listening to the gremlins of fear, worry, uncertainty, and stress. And what I recognized, I had to brush those gremlins off of my shoulder, and I had to grab a hold of the steering wheel, and say, I'm going to take control of this situation and not allow my mentality to literally cause me to play down, live small, give up, throw in the towel. And it's been a daily decision. So I think what I'm encouraging people to do to say, listen, you can take control of your life, but it starts with the decision that you make every single day by what you think, by what you say, by what you feel, by what you do.
Tell us about that research you did on the brain and like what's going on in the unconscious, and then how many data points from the unconscious are actually going to our conscious. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so there are millions of messages that come at us every single day. And our unconscious, we're just unconscious to it. They just come in, and then the conscious part of us picks up on, oh my goodness, I need to do something about this. And so that few bits of information that gets through controls your behavior, your habits, your outcomes, your results. And what we have to be very mindful of, the data that comes through our eyes, the data that comes through our ears, the data that comes through our hands. And we have to say, is this serving us in the direction we're trying to go? Or do we need to find the control alt delete and
Yeah.
delete from the mind drive and the heart drive those thoughts that don't allow us to be the most productive person that we can be, and those thoughts that keep us from thinking that we don't belong or we don't matter. So you've got to like move that out of the unconscious, because you don't want to become a part of your system, so that consciously you're consciously aware. Am I present to this moment? Am I listening? Am I thinking about the words that are coming out of my mouth? Are they kind? Are they meaningful? Are they helpful?
Mm-hmm. And not even coming out of our mouth, but internally, right? The
Yes.
conversation going on inside so much of the day, it's not helpful and it's not positive, and it affects how we show up in different areas, right?
Yeah, it totally does, because something happens and then we build a story in our head
Yeah.
as to what happens, and the story becomes more powerful than what happened. And it's
Right.
all the tape that's running in our head. So we have to find a way to cut the tape. And we
Yeah.
cut the tape by shifting our behaviors, our habits, which impact the results that we produce.
What made you aware of that? Like I can think about some people in my life where they're not even aware that that negative tape is going, and they would say, I'm not a pessimist, I'm just a realist. And you're thinking, no, you're a pessimist, you just don't know it yet. Like what was it for you that helped you to recognize this tape is unhealthy and I've got to make that daily habit to stop it?
It's when I went through a divorce after being married for 25 years. I was
Mm.
emotionally unavailable. My daughter came in my home office one day. She said, "Hey, Dad." I said, "Hey, baby girl." And I sensed she wanted to talk, but I was not emotionally aware enough to connect. So she said, "Hey, Daddy, I'll just see you later." And it hit me the next day that I missed the moment. And when I came back from out of town and I said, "Hey, Madison, you wanted to talk to me." My daughter, her name is Madison. And she said, "Daddy, it's okay." I said, "No, it's not okay, because if I don't change this behavior, you're going to marry a joker just like me." And
Mm.
that was my epiphany. That was my aha, that I was showing up in life. My lights were on, but nobody was at home. I was just
Mhm.
going through the motions.
Mm. And obviously, those lessons learned in life are so applicable to work, right? Because
Totally.
we're dealing with human beings at work as well as outside of it. But what a great aha moment to have and to teach it to her that
Yes.
we've got to be, we can't let these things pass up. And
No.
we do have the ability to go back and mend things later.
Yes, we got to show up. I mean, her mother said to me, "You give everybody the best of you, but you give us the rest of you. And I don't want the leftovers
Mm.
anymore." And I realized I was giving the leftovers to my family because I was so focused on work, and my communication at work was not as sharp as it needed to be. So this is a rude awakening for me, that I realized I had to do
Mm.
the work. I had to do the
Mhm.
work, both at home and at work.